topic right away. Our special guest this week is a certified financial analyst, as well as the founder of the House of Rebels and the Rebel Chronicles. Dana Azzi, take it away.
Thank you so much, Lynn. Well, first of all, I'm super excited to be here today. Plus, it's International Women's Day. So, what a great day to be a guest on your Breakfast Club. So, thank you again so much, Lynn. For those who don't know me, as I mentioned, my name is Dana Azzi. I'm the founder of a blog called the Rebel Chronicles. So, my blog, I actually launched it over 10 years ago, I would say, and it's become a platform really dedicated to female empowerment. So I interview countless women entrepreneurs and executives. This experience over the years led me to launch a specialized startup consulting business called House of Rebels, where I really work with women entrepreneurs to either build their business plan, do market research, and look, of course, at the crucial topic of their financials, which we're going to talk about today. Oh, I forgot to share my screen as well. Let me just share my screen while I'm at it. You have to enable share screening for me.
Yes, where are you? Where are you?
It's just a couple of, I like to have background information
There you
for
go.
whoever's interested. Perfect. Desktop 2, let's do that. Share, let me know. Can you see my forecasting revenue and cost for your business slide?
Yep. Yep.
Perfect. Super sexy topic, I know. Um, we were just talking about that, Lynn and I, a couple of days ago. So, again, I was talking just about myself, so you know a little bit about my background. So, again, like I said, I founded the blog, The Rebel Chronicles, and I have my startup consultancy business called House of Rebels, where I work with women entrepreneurs. So, my journey, actually, I've had a really long journey in banking and finance for almost 20 years now. I'm a CFA charter holder. I also completed an executive MBA, and I worked in over 7 countries over the last 20 years. So this is where my whole rebellious narrative comes from, where I want to really empower individuals to break free from, the conventional limitations that we have and to really go for their dreams. My mission is to inspire a whole new era of bold female entrepreneurs. So that's a little bit about myself. So today we're going to be discussing the importance of forecasting your revenue and costs as a business owner. So it's really sad because a lot of entrepreneurs, they kind of forget this important aspect. They get an amazing idea. They're like, I'm going to sell this, I'm going to do this. And then they launch right away. They focus on their branding, they focus on their marketing, their social media, and then they don't take the time to actually like step back and look at, well, how much is it going to cost me? How much am I planning to make? So this is why financial forecasting is so, so, so important. So why is it so important? Well, it's proven entrepreneurs who actually adopt and maintain financial forecasting practices are better positioned to grow and to be able to survive when there's unexpected events. If anything, the pandemic showed us, unfortunately, how many businesses were ill prepared and they unfortunately didn't survive. So my goal is to make sure that you're well prepared to weather any kind of, changes in the market or the economy. Secondly, it really helps you take a step back and to reevaluate what's really important for your business, because people often don't take the time to do that and they don't realize what's actually draining all of their cash flow or maybe the places where they could be making more revenue. So what is financial forecasting? Well, simply put, it's determining what's going to happen in the future by analyzing what happened in the past and what's happening right now. So it's a planning tool to help businesses adapt by, predicting demand for goods and services. It takes into account all of your projected income that you see for the future and your projected expenses for your business. So I wanted to keep it like short and sweet. I don't know if so far are there any questions? How does this feel to you, Eleanor, Michelle, Lynn,
I just asked everyone to wait for the questions until the end, just because I'm filming.
sounds good. Okay. So, obviously, I'm not going to dive super deep this Friday morning into how you should go about it because A, we wouldn't have the time, and B, that's what my business is all about. But I do want to give you a few pointers, a few components that you can think about, things that you can take away today and start to think about for your own businesses or startups. First of all, it's super important to take a look at your prior results. So, what things have cost you in the past? How much marketing did you put in? And also, how much have you made over the last few months and years? But make sure to also take into account the conditions. So, obviously, the pandemic was one of them. It's normal if it wasn't, the same as the previous years. But do take a look at things in the past. Then start to look forward. Usually, most businesses adopt either 12 months or 24 months ahead. Um, but if you're looking for potential investors, I would say at least 3 to 5 years ahead. So I know it's really hard, but it's really important to try to adopt this forward-looking horizon. If you're starting up, I'm not sure at which stage you are in your businesses, but if you're starting right now, you need to take into account all of your expenditures, everything that you will need to really get your company off the ground and operating. So you have to include all your recurring expenses like salaries if you have staff, rent if you have an office space, gas, insurance, raw materials if you're producing something, and even the one-time costs like, oh, someone wants to enter. I just admitted them in. So everything like machinery, website design, branding, you need to really look at everything it's going to cost you to get your business up and running. So that's cost portion. Second part is the sales forecast. You can look at what you project to get in let's say the next few months in sales, what you've made in sales previously, and try to use that to make realistic forecasts for the future to get realistic numbers. But it's important to take a look at that because that's your revenue portion. When you're doing that, you might see, okay, maybe I'm going to have some shortfalls. Maybe, I might need a business loan. Maybe I'll need an investor on board. And that will help you determine your financial needs. And this is where a lot of entrepreneurs, because they don't do the forecasting, they reach a point after being 1 year or 2 year in business where they're like, oh my God, I don't have any more money. I have to close shop. Well, if you had done this forecasting ahead of time, you wouldn't be in that sticky situation. Also, it's important to include different scenarios. What I like to do is look at best case scenario, worst case scenario. So what if everything goes as planned? Everything is marvelous. This is how much I project to make in sales. What if nothing goes as planned? This is my worst case scenario. So you can include different scenarios in your financial forecasting. And finally, it's really important just to monitor. As your business starts operations and you're running, you can start to compare your projections to what you're actually making to see if you're on target or maybe you need to make a few tweaks, a few changes. It helps you also look at your company's cash flow to see in advance if there's going to be any shortfalls, what you can do, and you can address them in advance. And a lot of businesses, unfortunately, like I said, don't do that. And they end up having to declare bankruptcy, they get stuck, or they just close their business altogether, which is really, really sad and could have been avoided. So these are just a few things to get you to think about after this morning's morning call. And I would love to hear your thoughts on financial forecasting and if you do it for your business. And if at least you see the benefits to it and it's a little bit less scary, maybe a little sexier as well, and makes you want to take a look at that for your business. So that's a little bit what I want